Close your eyes. Gently, slowly, let your eyelids fall, shutting out the world around you. This is your time. There is nowhere else you need to be. There is nothing else you need to do. The day is done. The tasks are finished, or they are waiting for a tomorrow that has not yet arrived. Right here, right now, in this sacred space you have created, there is only you. There is only your breath. There is only the soothing rhythm of this moment. Allow yourself to sink into the surface beneath you. Feel how it rises to support your weight. You do not need to hold yourself up anymore. You can let go. Feel the tension in your shoulders begin to soften, melting like ice in warm water. Feel the muscles in your face relax, the tiny lines around your eyes smoothing out, your jaw loosening. Unclench your teeth. Let your tongue rest gently on the floor of your mouth. Breathe. Inhale deeply through your nose, drawing in cool, fresh air. Feel it filling your lungs, expanding your chest, nourishing every cell in your body. Hold it for just a moment. And then exhale slowly, softly, through your mouth or nose, letting all the stale air leave your body. With that exhalation, imagine a gray mist leaving you, carrying with it the stress, the worries, the rushing thoughts of the day. Let's do this again. Inhale peace. Inhale stillness. Watch the air move into you, a tide of calm washing over the shore of your mind. Hold and exhale tension. Exhale the need to control. Exhale the anxiety. Let it all drift away, dissolving into the nothingness. You are entering a state of profound receptivity. Tonight, we journey together into the ancient wisdom of Zen. We travel to a place where time slows down, where the mind becomes as clear as a mountain lake, reflective and still. We are here to empty the cup. We are here to learn the art of letting go, not through force, but through understanding. Through the gentle wisdom of stories that have been whispered in temples for centuries, designed to bypass the noisy analytical mind and speak directly to your heart, to your spirit, to that quiet place inside. You that is always at peace, even when you forget it is there. Imagine, if you will, that your mind is like a room. All day long, people have been coming and going. Thoughts have been entering, leaving muddy footprints. Worries have been piling up like clutter in the corners. The noise has been constant. Now, we are gently closing the door. We are sweeping the floor. We are lighting a single candle in the center of the room. The flame is steady. The shadows dance gently on the walls. The silence returns. There is a famous story in the Zen tradition about a university professor who went to visit a famous Zen master. The professor was a man of great intellect, filled with theories, opinions, and questions. He wanted to know about Zen. He wanted to understand the secrets of enlightenment. He arrived at the master's simple hut, his mind buzzing with all the things he wanted to say, all the things he wanted to prove. The master, a quiet man with eyes like deep pools of water, welcomed him with a bow and invited him to sit. Tea? The master offered. The professor nodded, still talking, still explaining his own views on philosophy and life. The master began to pour tea into the professor's cup. He poured until the cup was full, but he did not stop. He kept pouring. The tea rose over the rim, spilling onto the saucer. Still, the master kept pouring. The tea overflowed the saucer, spilling onto the wooden table, dripping onto the floor. The professor watched this, his voice trailing off until he could no longer contain himself. "Stop, stop," he cried out. "The cup is full. No more will go in." The Zen master stopped. He placed the teapot down gently. He looked at the professor with a soft smile. "Like this cup," the master said, "you are full of your own opinions and speculations. How can I show you Zen unless you first empty your cup? Tonight, my friend, we are here to empty the cup. Your mind may feel full right now, full of the events of the day, full of worries about tomorrow, full of the replay of conversations, the lists of things undone, the anxieties that hum in the background like static. This is the full cup. When the cup is full, there is no room for peace. There is no room for sleep. The tea of tranquility simply spills over and is wasted. To sleep, to truly rest, we must tilt the cup. We must pour out the old tea. We must let go of what we are holding to make space for the stillness. This is not about losing anything you need. It is about releasing what you no longer need to carry. It is about the concept of Anicca, or impermanence. Everything changes. The tea that was hot becomes cold. The day turns to night. The thought that feels so heavy right now will eventually pass, just like clouds moving across a vast blue sky. You are the sky. You are not the clouds. The clouds are your thoughts, your anxieties, your fears. They come, they gather, they may even bring storms, but the sky is untouched by the storm. The sky remains vast, open, infinite. Tonight, we reconnect with that sky-like nature of your mind. As you continue to breathe deeply and rhythmically, imagine that tilting of the cup. With every exhale, a little more liquid pours out, a little more worry releases, a little more tension flows out of your fingertips, out of your toes, returning to the earth. Let us walk now, in our imagination, down an ancient path. The path is made of dirt, packed hard by centuries of walking. It winds through a bamboo forest. The air here is green and filtered, smelling of damp earth and rain. You can hear the rustling of the leaves in the wind, a dry whispering sound that calms the nerves. The bamboo sways. It yields to the wind. It does not resist. It bends, and because it bends, it does not break. This is the wisdom of yielding. Anxiety is a form of resistance. It is a rigidness. We stiffen our bodies and our minds against reality, trying to control what is happening, trying to force the world to be a certain way. But like the bamboo, we find strength in flexibility. We find peace in bending with the wind of life, knowing we will spring back when the wind passes. Walking along this path, we encounter two monks. They are Tenzin and Aikido. They are traveling together to a distant monastery. It is the rainy season. The sky is a sheet of gray, and rain falls steadily, drumming on the leaves, turning the path into a river of mud. The world is wet and heavy. They come to a crossing where a small village sits. The mud here is deep and thick. As they approach a shallow river crossing, they see a lovely young girl dressed in a magnificent silk kimono. She is standing at the edge of the muddy water, looking distressed. Her kimono is beautiful, intricate, and delicate. If she tries to cross the mud, the silk will be ruined. She is stuck, unable to move forward, unable to go back without soiling her fine clothes. Without a word, Tenzin, the older monk, walks over to her. He bows slightly, then simply bends down and picks her up in his strong arms. He lifts her effortlessly, carrying her through the mud, across the water, and sets her down gently on the dry ground on the other side. The girl bows in gratitude and hurries away. Tenzin and Aikido continue their walk in silence. But the air between them has changed. Aikido, the younger monk, is brooding. His brow is furrowed. His steps are heavy. He is clearly disturbed. In their strict order, monks are forbidden to touch women, especially those of such beauty. It is a serious breach of the rules. They walk for an hour, then 2 hours. The rain continues to fall. The silence grows heavier and heavier, filled with Aikido's unspoken judgment and agitation. Finally, as night begins to fall and they reach the temple where they are to stay, Aikido can no longer contain himself. He turns to Tenzin, his voice tight with frustration. "We monks are not supposed to go near females," he says, the words rushing out, "especially not young and lovely ones. It is dangerous. It is against the precepts. Why did you do that?" Tenzin stops. He looks at Aikido with a look of genuine surprise, and then a gentle compassion. He smiles. "I left the girl back there at the crossing," Tenzin says softly. "Are you still carrying her?" Let those words sink into the silence of your room. Asterisk. Are you still carrying her? Asterisk. This story is a mirror. How often do we act like Aikido? The event is over. The moment has passed. The crossing happened hours ago, days ago, maybe even years ago. And yet, we are still carrying the burden in our minds. We are carrying the conversation that went wrong. We are carrying the mistake we made at work. We are carrying the anger at the driver who cut us off. We are carrying the worry about a bill that isn't due yet. Tanzan did what was necessary in the moment. He acted with compassion. He picked up the burden, carried it across the obstacle, and then, this is the key, he put it down. He let it go completely. He did not think about it again. His mind was empty, ready for the next moment, ready for the feeling of the rain, the sight of the trees, the step on the path. Aikido, however, did not carry the girl physically, but he carried her mentally for hours. He carried the weight of judgment, of rules, of shoulds and should nots. He missed the beauty of the walk. He missed the sound of the rain. He was trapped in a prison of his own making, a prison of past events. Tonight, ask yourself, what are you carrying? What is the heavy load that you have been lugging around in the backpack of your mind all day? Is it a worry, a regret, a fear? Whatever it is, realize that just like the girl in the kimono, it belongs back at the crossing. It does not belong here, in your bed, in this sanctuary of sleep. Visualize yourself standing on that muddy path. You are holding a heavy sack. It is filled with rocks. Each rock is a worry. Each rock is a thought you have been replaying. Feel the weight of it on your shoulders. Feel how it pulls you down, how it tires you. Now, see yourself gently lowering that sack to the ground. You don't have to throw it. You don't have to destroy it. Just set it down. Leave it by the side of the road. You can walk on without it. Feel the lightness return to your spine. Feel the freedom in your steps. You have put it down. You are no longer carrying it. As you lie there, feeling lighter, let your attention drift to your physical body. Notice your feet. Are you holding any tension there? Imagine a warm golden light touching your toes. This light is pure relaxation. It moves through the soles of your feet, into your heels, warming the ankles. It flows like warm honey, soothing and heavy. Let this light move up into your calves. Feel the muscles unraveling. The knots are untying. The light moves into your knees, softening the joints and into your thighs. Large muscles, which carry you all day, are now permitted to switch off. They become heavy, sinking deeper into the mattress. The light flows into your hips, the center of gravity. We store so much emotion in our hips. Breathe into that space. Let the golden light dissolve any tightness. You are supported. You are safe. You are held by the earth. Moving up, the light fills your stomach. Let your belly be soft. Let it rise and fall naturally with your breath. There is no need to hold it in. Let the digestion of the day happen on its own. The light wraps around your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, moving up your back, releasing the muscles that hold you upright. You don't need to be upright now. You can surrender to gravity. The warmth reaches your chest, your heart center. Feel your heart beating steady, slow, rhythmic, the drum of life. With every beat, it pumps this relaxation through your veins. The light flows down your arms, past the elbows, into the wrists, into the palms of your hands, and out through the fingertips. Your hands are open. They are empty. They are grasping nothing. Finally, the light moves up your neck, soothing the throat, relaxing the jaw, smoothing the cheeks, the eyes, the forehead. It reaches the crown of your head. You are glowing with this warm, golden relaxation. You are a vessel of light, empty of weight, empty of burden. In this state of openness, let us consider another teaching. A teaching about perspective. A teaching about the stories we tell ourselves about our lives. There was once an old farmer who had worked his crops for many years. He had one horse. It was a beautiful, strong creature that helped him with all the heavy labor. One day, the horse ran away. It broke through the fence and disappeared into the hills. The neighbors came around to offer their sympathy. "Such bad luck," they said, shaking their heads. "Your only horse is gone. How will you work the fields? This is a terrible misfortune." The farmer looked at them with calm eyes and simply said, "Maybe." A few days later, the horse returned. But he didn't come back alone. He brought with him 3 wild horses from the hills. They were strong and magnificent. Suddenly, the farmer had 4 horses instead of 1. The neighbors came rushing back, amazed. "Such good luck!" they exclaimed. "You are rich now. You have 4 horses. This is a wonderful blessing." The farmer looked at them, his face unchanged, and said, "Maybe." The next day, the farmer's son tried to ride one of the wild horses to tame it. The horse bucked and threw him off. The son fell awkwardly and broke his leg. It was a bad break. He would be unable to walk or work for months. The neighbors came again, their faces long with pity. "Such bad luck," they said. "Your son is injured. He cannot help you with the harvest. You will lose your crops." "This is a curse." The farmer looked at them, breathed deeply, and said, "Maybe." A week later, the army came to the village. A war had broken out, and they were conscripting every able-bodied young man to fight. It was a brutal war, and few were expected to return. They marched through the town, taking every son they could find. But when they saw the farmer's son with his broken leg, they passed him by. He was left behind. The neighbors gathered, tears in their eyes for their own sons who were taken, and looked at the farmer. "Such good luck," they whispered. "Your son was spared. This is a miracle." And the farmer simply said, "Maybe." This story, simple as it is, holds the key to dismantling anxiety. Anxiety often stems from our desperate need to label events. We label things as bad or good, disaster or triumph. We project into the future, creating elaborate stories about how this one event will ruin everything. If I don't sleep now, I will be tired tomorrow. If I'm tired, I will mess up the presentation. If I mess up, I will lose my job. We chain these maybes together into a catastrophe. But the Zen farmer teaches us the wisdom of the don't know mind. We truly do not know the end of the story. We only know this moment. The horse ran away. That is the fact. Is it bad? We don't know. The son broke his leg. That is the fact. Is it bad? We don't know yet. When we release the need to judge every experience, we release the tension that comes with it. We stop fighting reality. We flow with the twists and turns of the river, knowing that every bend brings a new vista, and that what looks like a rock blocking the way might actually be the thing that changes the current in the direction we needed to go all along. Think of something that is worrying you right now. A situation that feels unresolved. A bad thing. Can you look at it, take a deep breath, and whisper to yourself, "Maybe"? Can you allow for the possibility that you don't have the full picture yet? That the universe is vast and complex, and the threads of cause and effect are woven in ways we cannot see? Rest in the maybe. Rest in the uncertainty. It is not a scary place. It is a place of infinite possibility. It is a place where you don't have to be the judge. You don't have to figure it all out. You can just be. You can just watch the movie unfold, scene by scene, trusting that the script is still being written. You are safe here. In the maybe, there is no pressure. There is only the unfolding of life, moment by moment. Deepen your breath again. Inhale the mystery. Exhale the judgment. If you find that your mind is still active, racing like a monkey jumping from branch to branch, do not fight it. In Zen, we do not fight the monkey mind. We give it a job. We give it a simple task to keep it occupied so the rest of the consciousness can sleep. Visualize a beautiful clear lake at night. The moon is full and bright, hanging in the dark velvet sky. Its reflection shimmers on the surface of the water. The water is perfectly still, like a mirror of glass. Imagine that your thoughts are like pebbles dropped into this lake. Every time a thought arises, I need to do laundry. I forgot to call him. Visualize it as a small stone. See it hit the surface of the water. Asterisk plip. Asterisk watch the ripples spread out. Perfect circles expanding wider and wider. Watch them move across the silver surface until they fade away into nothingness. Another thought comes. Asterisk plip. Asterisk another pebble. Watch the ripples. Don't dive into the water after the pebble. Just stay on the bank and watch the ripples. The pebble sinks to the bottom, settling into the soft sand motionless. The water returns to stillness. The moon's reflection becomes clear again. Do this for every thought. Turn it into a pebble. Let it sink. Watch the ripples fade. Return to the stillness. You are not the pebble. You are the lake, vast, deep, able to hold it all. Now, let us journey to the edge of a great ocean. The shore is made of white sand, cool and soft under your feet. You are walking alone by the water's edge. The sound of the waves is rhythmic and hypnotic. Asterisk whoosh dot dot. Asterisk and silence. Asterisk whoosh dot dot. Asterisk and silence. This is the breath of the planet. As you walk, you see a small boat tied to a wooden dock. It is a simple rowboat, weathered by the sun and salt. You untie the rope. You step into the boat. It rocks gently, welcoming you. There are blankets inside, thick and warm. You lie down in the bottom of the boat, looking up at the sky. The current gently takes the boat. You are drifting. Drifting away from the shore. Drifting away from the land of doing. Drifting away from the land of names and forms and schedules. You are moving into the vast, open expanse of the ocean of sleep. The boat rocks you, left dot dot right dot dot left dot 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 dot. Rhythmic, like a cradle, like a cradle. Left dot 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 dot. Rhythmic, like a cradle. Left and neck, like a dot. Dot 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 rhythmic, like a cradle. You are held by the water. You are safe. There is nothing to steer. The current knows where to go. There is a story of a man crossing a river in his boat. It was a misty morning. Heavy fog covered the water. He could barely see a few feet in front of him. Suddenly, he saw another boat coming straight toward him out of the fog. It was moving fast. He shouted, "Hey, watch out! Turn aside!" But the other boat kept coming. He shouted louder, anger rising in his chest. "Turn your boat! You are going to hit me! What is wrong with you?" He stood up, waving his arms, furious at the incompetence and rudeness of the other boatmen. Crash. The boats collided. The man was shaking with rage. He looked into the other boat, ready to scream at the pilot. But the other boat was empty. There was no one steering it. It had simply drifted loose from its mooring and floated downstream with the current. In an instant, the man's anger vanished. Who could he be angry at? An empty boat? There was no intention. There was no malice. It was just a happening. The anger that had been boiling in his veins evaporated into laughter at his own foolishness. This is the teaching of the empty boat. So much of our anxiety, our anger, our stress comes from the belief that there is someone in the other boat. We believe that life is personal. We believe that the traffic jam is there to make us late, that the rude comment was an attack on our soul, that the rain on our picnic day is a cosmic injustice. We shout at the universe. We scream at the circumstances. But in truth, most of the boats colliding with us are empty. The traffic is just traffic. The rain is just rain. The rude person is acting out of their own suffering and confusion. They are not targeting you. They are just a boat adrift in their own fog. When you realize the boat is empty, the conflict ceases. The need to defend yourself disappears. You simply steer around it, or you push off gently and continue on your way. You maintain your peace. Tonight, look at the things that stress you. Realize they are empty boats. They have no power over you unless you give it to them. They are just drifting phenomena in the river of life. You are the captain of your own peace. You can choose not to crash. You can choose to flow. Drifting in your own boat now, under the stars, you feel a profound sense of detachment. You are floating between the sea and the sky. You are a speck in the universe, yet you are connected to it all. The waves rock you deeper into relaxation. Deeper, deeper. Your eyelids are so heavy now. They feel sealed shut with relaxation. Your body is asleep. Your mind is drifting, untethered, free. Listen to the sound of the silence between my words. That silence is where you sleep. That silence is where you heal. We speak now the present moment, the only moment that truly exists. The past is a memory, a ghost. The future is a dream, a fantasy. Only now is real. There's a tale of a man traveling across a field who encountered a tiger. He fled, the tiger chasing after him. Coming to a precipice, he caught hold of the root of a wild vine and swung himself down over the edge. The tiger sniffed at him from above. Trembling, the man looked down to where, far below, another tiger was waiting to eat him. Only the vine sustained him. Two mice, one white and one black, little by little started to gnaw away the vine. The white mouse representing the day, the black mouse representing the night. Time was running out. The danger was above. The danger was below. The very support he held was being eaten away. But then he saw a luscious strawberry growing on the face of the cliff. Holding the vine with one hand, he plucked the strawberry with the other. He put it in his mouth. How sweet it tasted! This story may seem terrifying to the anxious mind, but it is the ultimate liberation. We are all hanging from that vine. The tigers of death and impermanence are always there. Time, day, and night, the white and black mice is always gnawing at our lives. We cannot stop time. We cannot escape the ultimate truth of our mortality. But we can eat the strawberry. We can taste the sweetness of asterisk, this asterisk moment. Right now, despite all your worries, despite the tigers of your life, you are here. You are warm. You are safe in your bed. The pillow is soft. The air is cool. This is your strawberry. Anxiety steals the flavor of the strawberry. It makes us focus on the tiger above or the tiger below. It makes us miss the only thing we actually have, the juice of life in the here and now. Taste this moment. Savor the sensation of rest. Savor the feeling of having nothing to do. It is sweet. It is enough. You are enough. There is nothing you need to solve tonight. The tigers will be there, or they won't. The vine will hold, or it won't. But right now, there is only the sweetness. Let go of the vine of control. You don't need to hang on so tight. In the realm of sleep, we let go and we fall. But we do not fall into the jaws of a tiger. We fall into the soft velvet embrace of the universe. We fall into restoration. We fall into the source of all energy. Allow yourself to fall down, down, into the darkness behind your eyes, into the quiet hum of your own being. You are learning the art of asterisk, mush and asterisk, no mind. It is a state where the mind is not fixed on anything and is open to everything. It is like water. Water takes the shape of whatever container it is in. It flows around obstacles. It does not struggle. Be like water. Let your consciousness become liquid. Let it seep into the cracks of your tension and dissolve them. Let it flow down into the deep caverns of sleep. If a thought comes, let it float on the surface like a leaf on a river. You are the riverbed, deep below, untouched by the surface weather. As you drift deeper, remember that you are part of a greater cycle. Just as the sun rises and sets, just as the tides come in and go out, your body has a rhythm. It knows how to sleep. It remembers. You do not have to try to sleep. Trying is tension. Trying is holding the vine. Sleep is a surrender. It is a trust. Trust your body. Trust that it knows exactly what to do. Get out of the way. Step aside from the controls. Let the automatic pilot take over. You are safe. You are loved. You are protected by the wisdom of ages. The stories of the monks, the farmers, the boats, they are all whispering to you that it is okay to let go. It is okay to not know. It is okay to be empty. Empty is good. Empty is spacious. Only in emptiness can the new enter. Only in the empty cup can the fresh tea be poured. Only in the empty sleep can the new energy be born for tomorrow. So be empty, be light, be free. The silence is wrapping around you like a warm blanket. The darkness is a friend. It is the womb of creation. Rest in it. Feel a wave of gratitude wash over you. Gratitude for this body. Gratitude for this shelter. Gratitude for this moment of pause. Gratitude is a high vibration. It lifts us out of fear. It aligns us with peace. Thank your feet for carrying you. Thank your hands for working. Thank your mind for trying to protect you, even with its worry. Tell your mind, thank you. I hear you. But we are off duty now. We can rest. Thank the quiet that surrounds you. It is a guardian. It stands watch while you journey inward. As we continue to drift in this sanctuary of stillness, I invite you to make a small commitment to your own peace. If this space, this temple of reflection we are building together, resonates with your spirit, if you feel the weight lifting, even just a little, consider joining our community. By subscribing, you are not just clicking a button. You are setting an intention. You are telling the universe that you value your peace, that you prioritize your mental well-being, and that you wish to return to this place of calm again and again. It is a small gesture, a ripple in the digital ocean, but it anchors you to this energy. You are welcome here. You are always welcome here. Now, let us return to the mountain. Imagine a small, solitary hut perched high on a mountainside. Inside lives a Zen master named Ryokan. He is a man of simple means. He possesses nothing but the robe on his back and a few bowls for eating. He lives a life of absolute simplicity, finding joy in the song of the birds and the changing of the seasons. One evening, a thief visited Ryokan's hut. The thief crept in through the window, expecting to find gold or jewels. He rummaged through the small room, looking under the mat, looking in the corners. But there was nothing there to steal. The hut was empty. Ryokan returned from his evening walk and found the thief standing there, confused and disappointed. Most men would be angry. Most men would shout or call for help. But Ryokan simply smiled. "You have come a long way to visit me," he said to the thief, his voice soft and kind. "And you should not return empty-handed. Please, take my clothes as a gift." Ryokan took off his robe, his only protection against the cold night air, and handed it to the stunned thief. The thief, bewildered and ashamed, took the clothes and fled into the night. Ryokan sat down naked, watching the moon through the window. It was a beautiful full moon, bathing the empty hut in a silvery light. He wrote a haiku. At my window. "Poor fellow," Ryokan whispered to himself. "I wish I could have given him the moon." This story illuminates the profound freedom of detachment. The thief was looking for objects, for things to grasp, to hoard, to sell. He was driven by the hunger of more. Ryokan, however, possessed the universe. He had the moon. He had the beauty of the moment. He had a heart so open that he felt compassion for the man robbing him. When we hold on tight to our possessions, our titles, our reputations, even our opinions, we are like the thief. We are scavenging in the dark, missing the true treasure. We worry about losing things. We worry about not having enough. This scarcity mindset keeps us awake, counting our coins, counting our troubles. But when we are like Ryokan, when we are willing to give it all away, we realize that the most precious things cannot be stolen. Your breath cannot be stolen. The peace of this moment cannot be stolen. The ability to rest cannot be taken from you unless you give it away. Tonight, be willing to be naked in spirit. Take off the robe of your identity. Take off the robe of mother, father, employee, boss. Take off the robe of your past successes and your past failures. Hand them over to the night. They are just clothes. They are not you. Sit in the center of your being, watching the moon at the window. The light of pure awareness. It has always been there, shining on you, waiting for you to stop looking at the clutter so you can see the light. Feel that silvery moonlight washing over you now, cool, cleansing. It pours into the crown of your head, washing down through your brain, soothing the synapses that have been firing all day. It washes down your face, your neck, your shoulders. It is a light of forgiveness. It forgives you for being imperfect. It forgives you for being human. Let us drift further, carried by the current of this silvery light. We float towards another village, another time, to witness the power of acceptance. There was a Zen master named Hakuin who was praised by his neighbors as one living a pure life. He was quiet, disciplined, and deeply respected. A beautiful Japanese girl whose parents owned a food store lived near him. Suddenly, without any warning, her parents discovered she was pregnant. The parents were furious. They demanded to know who the father was. The girl would not confess. But after much harassment, she finally named Hakuin. The parents were beside themselves with anger. They marched to the temple, shouting, accusing the master of hypocrisy of ruining their daughter's virtue. They told him what his daughter had said. Hakuin simply looked at them and said, "Is that so?" The news spread like wildfire. Hakuin's reputation was destroyed. He lost his students. People spat on the ground when they walked past his temple. He lost everything he had built. But he did not defend himself. He did not argue. He simply continued to sit, to meditate, to live. When the child was born, the parents brought the baby to Hakuin. "You are the father," they sneered. "So you take care of him." Hakuin accepted the child. He cared for the baby with the utmost tenderness. He obtained milk from his neighbors and everything else the little one needed. He became a nursemaid, rocking the child to sleep, washing him, loving him. A year passed. The master lived in disgrace, but he lived with a quiet heart, caring for this life that had been placed in his hands. Eventually, the girl could not bear the lie any longer. She confessed to her parents that the real father was a young man who worked in the fish market. The parents were mortified. They rushed back to Hakuin, bowing down, begging for his forgiveness. They apologized profusely for the terrible things they had said and done. They asked for the baby back. Hakuin handed the baby over to them gently. He did not look angry. He did not look vindicated. He simply said, "Is that so? Is that so?" 3 words. A universe of peace. Think of how much energy we spend defending ourselves. "I didn't do that. You misunderstood me. That's not fair." We build fortresses of words to protect our ego. We are terrified of being seen in a bad light. We are terrified of being blamed. But Hakuin shows us that the truth is like a lion. You don't need to defend it. You just need to let it loose. He knew who he was. He didn't need the neighbors to validate him. When they hated him, he was at peace. When they loved him again, he was at peace. His internal state was not dependent on the external weather. Imagine possessing that kind of stability. Imagine that tonight, whatever thoughts accuse you. You didn't do enough today. You forgot this. You messed up. You can simply look at them and say, "Is that so?" Neutralize the drama. Take the power back. "I am worried I won't sleep. ... Asterisk. Is that so? Asterisk. Tomorrow is going to be difficult. ... Asterisk. Is that so? Asterisk. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. But right now, you are here." Allow the wisdom of Hakuin to settle in your chest. A feeling of unshakable ground. You are not a leaf blowing in the wind of other people's opinions. You are the mountain. The wind blows, the storm rages, the sun shines, the snow falls. The mountain remains. Feel your body as the mountain, heavy, rooted, ancient. Your legs are the base, deep in the earth. Your torso is the slopes, strong and stable. Your head is the peak, touching the silence of the stars. Nothing can move you. You are vast. From this place of stability, let us look at the nature of fear. Fear is often a shadow on the wall, looking like a monster, but cast by a very small toy. There is a story of a young student who asked his teacher, "Master, I am afraid of death. I am afraid of the emptiness. How can I find courage?" The master took the student to the edge of a rushing river. "Look at the water," the master said. "Look at the wave." The student looked. He saw a large wave rising up, foaming at the crest. The wave looked terrified. It was crying out, I am going to crash. I am going to die. I am so small and the ocean is so big. What will happen to me? The wave was suffering because it believed it was just a wave. It believed it was separate from the rest of the water. It believed its life began when it rose and ended when it crashed. But then, the master said, the wave looks deep inside itself, and it realizes something profound. It realizes, I am water. I am not the form of the wave. I am the substance of the water. When I crash against the shore, I do not die. I simply return to the ocean. I become the ocean again. I have always been the ocean. You are like the wave. Your anxiety comes from thinking you are separate. Separate from the world, separate from others, alone in your struggle. You fear the crash of sleep, the loss of control, the letting go of the self. But you are water. You are made of the same energy that spins the galaxies. You are made of the same life force that grows the trees. When you sleep, you are not disappearing. You are returning to the ocean. You are dipping back into the source to be replenished, to be washed, to be renewed. There is no death for the water. There is only transformation. So, let yourself crash gently onto the shores of sleep. Don't hold the shape of the wave anymore. It takes so much effort to hold yourself up, to keep that crest high, to be someone. Let it go. Dissolve. Dissolve into the sheets. Dissolve into the dark. Dissolve into the universal hum. Water does not struggle. Water flows. Water rests in the low places. Be water, my friend. As you lie here liquid and loose, visualize a beautiful garden in the center of your heart. This is your secret garden. No one can enter here without your invitation. The walls are high and covered in jasmine, smelling sweet and heady in the night air. In the center of the garden is a pond. The water is crystal clear. Colorful koi fish swim lazily beneath the surface orange, white, gold. They move in slow motion. Watching them slows your heart rate. Asterisk swish dot dot glot glot dot 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 glot dot 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 dot. There is a small wooden bench by the pond. Sit there. Feel the smooth wood beneath you. Listen. You can hear the sound of a distant temple bell. Asterisk bong dot dot asterisk. The sound vibrates through the air, traveling across the miles, reaching you as a gentle wave of sound. It resonates in your chest. Asterisk bong dot 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 asterisk. With every toe of the bell, you go deeper. 1. The body is asleep. 2. The mind is slowing down. 3. The emotions are settling. 4. The past is fading. 5. The future is dissolving. 6. Only the now remains. 7. You are safe. 8. You are loved. 9. You are peace. 10. You are free. The silence after the bell is the most profound sound of all. It is the sound of the void, the pregnant void from which all life springs. Rest in that silence. If you find yourself drifting into a dream, let it happen. Dreams are the mind washing itself. Do not analyze them. Just watch the colors. Watch the shapes. If you are still awake, listen to the story of the tea master and the Ronin. A tea master, a man of great peace and refinement, inadvertently offended a rough Ronin, a masterless samurai. The Ronin, quick to anger and eager for violence, challenged the tea master to a duel. The tea master was terrified. He had never held a sword in his life. He spent his days whisking matcha and arranging flowers. He knew he would be killed. He went to a Zen master and asked for advice. "Teach me how to die like a warrior," he asked. The Zen master looked at him and said, "I cannot teach you to use a sword in 1 hour, but I can teach you this. Treat the duel as if you are serving tea. Prepare your mind as you do for the tea ceremony. Focus on the present moment. Do not think of life or death. Do not think of the enemy. Just perform the action with total attention and purity of heart. When you face him, raise your sword as if you are raising the ladle of hot water, and strike with the same serenity with which you pour the tea." The tea master understood. He went to the meeting place. The Ronin was there, pacing, looking fierce, ready to kill. The tea master did not tremble. He did not look afraid. He stood with perfect posture. He closed his eyes for a second, centered himself, and entered the state of the tea ceremony. He visualized the steam rising from the kettle. He felt the bamboo whisk in his hand. He opened his eyes. They were clear and calm, like deep pools. He looked at the Ronin not with fear, but with a strange, inviting presence. He slowly, gracefully raised his sword above his head. He held it there, perfectly still. There was no opening in his defense, because there was no fear in his heart. He was completely in the moment. The Ronin watched him. He had fought many men, but he had never seen a man stand like this. There was no aggression to reflect. There was no fear to exploit. The tea master had become a mirror. The Ronin saw only his own aggression reflected back at him, and it made him feel small and uncultured. The Ronin slowly lowered his sword. He bowed deeply. "I cannot fight you," he said. "You have reached a state of mastery I can only dream of." And he walked away. The tea master survived not by learning to fight, but by diving deeper into his own peace. He defeated the enemy by not being an enemy. This is the ultimate protection. When you are deeply aligned with your own peace, the chaos of the world cannot touch you. It might rage around you, but it cannot penetrate your center. Tonight, you do not need to fight your insomnia. You do not need to battle your thoughts. That is the way of the Ronin. Choose the way of the tea master. Treat this moment as a ceremony, the ceremony of sleep. Arrange your pillows with mindfulness. Pull the blanket up with grace. Close your eyes with intention. Do everything slowly, with the reverence of a ritual. If a thought comes, bow to it and pour it away. You are the master of this ceremony. Now, I want you to focus on the space between your eyebrows, the third eye center. Imagine a small, radiant point of indigo light there, a deep violet blue. As you focus on this light, imagine it expanding. It grows to fill your forehead. It grows to fill your head. It expands out into the room. This indigo light is the color of deep sleep. It is the color of twilight. It is cool, soothing, and anesthetic to the mind. Bathe your brain in this indigo light. Let it soak into the tissues. Let it calm the electrical impulses. Think of the word soft. Say it internally. Asterisk soft. Asterisk think of the word heavy. Say it internally. Asterisk heavy dot asterisk. Think of the word deep. Say it internally. Asterisk deep. Asterisk. You are sinking through layers of consciousness. Like a coin thrown into a wishing well, drifting down. Turning over dot dot dot, catching the light dot dot dot, sinking deeper. Past the mossy stones, down to the quiet sandy bottom. There is nothing to do down here but rest. The surface world is miles away. The noise cannot reach you here. The demands cannot reach you here. You are in the womb of the earth. Recall the feeling of a time when you were completely exhausted after a long day of physical work or play. A good exhaustion. Remember the feeling of finally lying down. The sheer relief. The feeling that your bones were turning to jelly. Summon that feeling now. Your body remembers. Your body knows how to shut down. Every cell in your body is a tiny universe. And every cell is currently entering its night cycle. The lights are turning off in the microscopic cities of your body. The factories are closing. The workers are going home. Silence is falling over the landscape of your biology. Your heart is beating slower. Asterisk thump. Thump dot 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 asterisk. Your breath is shallow and rhythmic. Asterisk in dot 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 asterisk. You are a masterpiece of nature, and nature rests. The trees rest in winter. The bears hibernate. The flowers close their petals at night. You are part of this rhythm. You are not a machine. You are a living, breathing, pulsing part of the earth. And the earth says, sleep. The earth says, I have you. I am holding you. You can let go. Release the jaw again. We hold so much unspoken communication there. Let it hang loose. Release the tongue. Let it be fat and soft. Release the eyes. Let them sink back into the skull. Release the forehead. Imagine a cool hand smoothing it out. You are floating on a cloud of unknowing. There is a concept in Zen called *Shoshin* beginner's mind. It means looking at things with fresh eyes without preconceptions. Sleep is the ultimate reset button for Shoshin. When we sleep deeply, we wipe the slate clean. We wake up reborn. We wake up with a chance to see the world anew. But to wake up new, we must first die to the old. We must be willing to end this day completely. Don't drag the residue of today into tomorrow. Let today end. Draw a line under it. It is finished. It is a completed chapter. Turn the page. The next page is blank. It is white and clean, but you cannot write on it yet. You must rest in the space between the chapters. The white space. Rest in the white space. As we approach the end of our journey together, know that you can return to these stories whenever the weight of the world feels too heavy. You can always come back to the empty cup, the muddy road, the empty boat. They are tools in your pocket. But for now, put the tools down. Put the stories down. Even my voice. Let it become just another sound, like the wind or the rain. Let it fade into the background. You are ready. You are ready to cross the threshold. From the world of form to the world of the formless. From the world of noise to the world of silence. From the world of time to the timeless. Go there now. The gate is open. I leave you with this final blessing. May you be safe. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you sleep with the innocence of a child and wake with the wisdom of a sage. Good night. Let go. Deep, deep. Sleep, sleep.